And we are live.
What up, what up?
What's going on? For all our new listeners, welcome to Highly Unlikely. My name is Drew. I'm here with Raj.
And this is our sports episode for the week.
Yeah, for all new listeners, we release 2 episodes a week. I guess we kind of glanced over this with our normal listeners too, but on Wednesdays, this is like our sports ticket episode, and then Fridays, it's kind of whatever we feel like talking about, so buckle up and here we go. How you been, buddy?
Not bad, man. How about you?
Good, bro. I did something that I haven't done in a long time.
What's that?
I cheated.
You cheated?
I cheated on my barber, bro.
Oh, cheated on your barber?
I cheated on my barber, bro. I've been going to the same barber for legitimately 8 years.
Where are you going, Great Clips?
Fuck yeah, dude. You look at it clearly, right? Look at this fade. This is a great clip fade for sure, dude.
Super
Paid
cuts?
$10 for that. You know the sports one where they got all the TVs going on here?
Your barber is white or black?
He's brown. He's Persian.
Brown. Okay.
Always go Persian, bro. All the best barbers are Persian.
I don't think you can't have a white barber.
No,
no
not
disrespect
a chance,
to
dude.
But like, yeah, like I was gonna say, if I had a barber, he'd probably be black, bro.
Did you ever have a barber, or was this like straight out the womb? You're like this?
No, first time I shaved my head was like high school, bro.
Really?
Yeah, my buddy actually did it. I had like super long bang, like Asian styles, right? So I'd have it back.
Yo, you had the curtains?
No, I have it all back.
Okay,
but
okay.
it was my head was shaved, right?
Yeah.
So party at my buddy's house.
Yeah.
He's gonna give me a quick cut.
Yeah.
Shaved half my fucking head off.
What a douche.
Yeah, oh yeah, bro. I was so choked.
I would have been devastated.
So I had to shave it, and then
That
the look on my mom's face when I got home.
Oh, for sure, dude. She's probably
It's
chapped.
priceless,
She
bro.
beat you?
So she's just like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Did she beat you?
No,
That's
no.
some brown mom shit.
But,
Beat you?
Oh yeah. So yeah, little did I know.
That
all
takes
these
some
years later.
balls, though, just to continue to rock it.
Yeah. Well, I just grew to like it, right? So.
Do you have like a bad hairline? No?
I had like fucking pretty long, thick hair, bro.
You had some locks on you?
Yeah, definitely had like. I was one of those anal dudes, like don't touch my hair, guys.
Yeah, I'm the same
So
way.
yeah, man. So,
I use this to compensate. I get an
now
extra
the
couple
shit-
inches, you know what
now
I mean?
it's fucking so pathetic. I'm trying to grow it on my fucking face now. You know what I mean? And clearly that's not going well
was the last
either.
time
You know what I'm saying?
When was the last time you grew it out?
My hair?
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't even tell
You
you.
ever just get curious just to see where it's at? Or you can tell? Is it a disaster?
You could tell, bro.
Some KD shit going on?
So it's like, once you find out, you ain't that curious anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just keep up with the cuts, dog. You know what I mean? I do it daily though.
I know you do.
Yeah.
You're a
No
big
fucking
man.
around. So, but yeah, luckily I got a okay shaped head
Yeah.
because I
not
ain't trying to
some
walk
lumpy
around with
shit?
no cul-de-sac, bro. Like, no, sir.
Or you got the island going on?
Yo, like, yeah, that's not happening, bro.
But yeah, at that point, like if it's that bad, just give it up. Like it's
I
over.
think brown guys
lost.
are known for the big bald spots in the back.
Really?
Like everyone in my family, like my uncles and shit, they all got a big bald spot in the back.
Really?
My pops too. So, and like I got it now too.
There you go.
It's like passed down.
Ripping the fam.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, I was walking to my barber, and then there's like this other one that I always walk by, and my barber, last 2 cuts I've been to. So like, my barber is the guy who owns the place, but
Okay.
he's always fucking like slammed because he's got like 8 other guys that work for him, and so it's like, is he available for appointment today? No. This week? No. Next week? So eventually, it's just like, hey, fuck it.
You have to mask up, right? Or what?
Pardon?
Or no?
No. They don't give a shit.
Fuck, nice one.
But eventually, like, you're
But
just
he
like, hey,
just
fuck
doesn't
it.
give a fuck.
I need a cut, right? And so you go in there and you're like, okay, I'll just take some random dude. There's one guy who I was going to for a little bit. He was decent. But the last, like, 2 or 3 of them, they've been whack. And so walking there again, I'm like, fuck. Called ahead. Mal was not available. But I'm like, you saw my hair today. It was fucking looking like a wave, dude. Like a tsunami.
How do you know? Like, how did you know this guy? You just
I just walked in there one day in like high school. You know Rami's cut out here? Super famous, right?
Yeah, I've heard of.
Like
buddy.
a Ridge legend. It was a Rami's cut back in the day, and Mallow was so good that he bought it from him, and he turned it into his own thing. So it's called Mallow Fade. But I always walk by this place it's called Sharks or something, Sharks Cut, and no one was in there, and I just like walked by because you gotta grab cash. It's cash only. Walk back by again, and I was like, fuck it. I just put my head there. I'm like, you got anyone right now? He's like, nah, dude, dead. Hop in the chair right now. I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's do it.
Sweet.
But his name's Jazz. Wicked cut.
Oh, dope.
So like
Okay.
most of the time they'll like buzz straight across and then like layer it. He just literally just did it all by hand and feel. He's just like, bzz, 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 bzz.
What does a haircut cost these days, dude?
It's like $25 for like a fade. You can get like a straight cut.
You tip the guy, right? Or do you
Yeah, I
tip
give him
him, or
35.
Okay. Yeah.
Always, dude.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, fucking, they're like, fuck off.
Yo, I haven't paid for a haircut in like 20 years, bro. I wouldn't know.
Dude.
So.
You know how much money you saved? I get a haircut every
those
3
blades
weeks.
are expensive though, son.
You have a straight razor.
I use the Mach 3s.
Ooh, look at you, bro.
So, but like, they last me quite a while.
I was gonna say, you're shaving every day though.
But yeah, those fucking things aren't cheap though, you cocksuckers.
No.
You know. So.
You ever just pinch them?
No, I know people that would go to the flea market and buy it, let someone else pinch them and sell them on the super cheap.
Yeah.
So, but whatever, I'll just buy them.
I got buddies.
I think they're a ripoff though.
They are. I got buddies that do that with teeth whitening strips, because they're like $100 for.
Yo, that shit hurts my teeth, bro. You tried that shit?
I got like one of those. Conor McGregor used to like rip that brand. It's called High Smile. It's like
Is it like light?
Yeah,
light?
it's like a gel things, and then it's a LED thing that activates it.
Okay, like I'm talking like crest strips. You know those?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about
So
too.
it says, I think it says to do it like twice a day. Fuck, you can't handle it.
Really?
I could only do it once a day, and even then, you have like a cold drink of water. Whoo, man, teeth were super sensitive, bro.
Do you have like sensitive teeth normally?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because dude, I can bite into ice cream, no problem.
Ice cream
like,
don't have a
chomp on
problem
that
with.
shit.
I don't, but try those crest strips.
I will.
Yeah,
But my
They're
buddies
pretty-
always pinch
pretty
them.
brutal.
They like get some girl to open the thing.
They work though.
That's what
give
they
you
said
credit,
too.
though.
And they're like,
they
we're not
do
paying
work.
$100 for what,
So-
like a week's worth.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they get the girl to open the thing and then just pocket them and dip. But I'm not that much of a hooligan anymore. What else you got going on, bro? How was your weekend?
I was alright.
You up to anything?
Well, what was happening on the weekend? Oh, there was the Terrence Crawford fight, and what else was there?
Paul Felder, RDA
Right.
fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to? I didn't watch Terrence Crawford. Do you want to go over that one?
It was nothing. Whatever. It was like. It was a cool knockout, but he kind of walked into a jab, and like Crawford kind of finished him off. I think it was the 4th round or whatever. I can't really remember right now, but it was like the knock on Crawford is he doesn't really fight any like big name guys. Like I'm still waiting for like a big money fight with that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Earl Spence Jr. or something. And I know it's a promotion thing. I know that's what part of the problem is.
I was going to ask,
promoters are always the issue, right?
Is he avoiding it personally, or is it
no?
just
I think it has to do with it's Top Rank and Al Heyman, and that's definitely part of it. So I don't know.
Those guys are such cocksuckers, all of them.
Yeah, they're always getting paid in the end. The promoters.
Oh fuck yeah, they are, dude.
So it's a fucked up business for sure. So hopefully, I don't know. I would like to see. I want to see a really big money fight for that guy.
A lot of people have Terrence Crawford on like pound for pound #1 in the world.
He moved in there after Vasily Lomachenko lost.
Do you agree with that?
I guess so. I guess I ain't gonna argue it. But like I said, let's put him up against like I don't know.
Canelo.
See what Crawford does so good, I think better than anybody else is he can fight orthodox southpaw,
Swap back forth.
and he does it like with ease, bro. I don't think I've ever, maybe never seen anyone do it that easy.
Really? Because that's a big.
It's crazy, bro. It's super crazy, and he did it this fight again tonight, on the weekend too. He's pretty flawless at that, so he's really good. I'm not gonna take nothing away from him. He's fucking exceptional. But yeah, let's do a big money fight with him.
Canelo for me is because I haven't watched a lot of Terrence Crawford. I've seen highlights and this and the other. I think I've watched 2 fights. I can't even remember what they were. But for me, Canelo, like he moves up, he moves down, he's all over the place, and he's dropping dudes. Like
What's he on that pound for pound list?
I think he's like
second.
Yeah, I think he's 3rd actually.
Ooh,
I think it was Vasily, then Crawford, then Canelo, if I remember correctly.
No, there can't be Lomachenko. I know Crawford's on #1 now.
Yeah.
I didn't look, but anyways, yeah.
I think you're doing my boy Cinnamon Foul.
Canelo fights December.
Yeah, announced, which I'm super stoked for.
Yeah, no. I'll definitely check it out for sure.
You watched the Paul Felder RDA fight?
Yeah, check that out. Yeah.
What's his name? Lee? Who's the judge? Lee?
Oh,
Chris Lee?
What's with the
Chris
fucking...
Lee, right? That's his name?
I don't know the judge's name.
I know his
I don't
last
have it
name's
here.
Lee.
I forgot to do notes on it.
So there's 3 judges, went to a decision.
The one judge
Sick fight.
Totally
Yeah.
had it all fucked up.
2 of them scored it 50-45 for RDA, And then other guy scored at 48-47 for Paul Felder. Dude, Paul Felder did not win a round, let alone 3.
I don't get that at all, man. Like, but again, we talk about this probably every 4th UFC or something. It feels like that. There's always some fucking judge that's out to lunch. So,
although I've never seen their scorecards get released, and I actually saw the scorecards get released this time, which I think is like at least a step, because then everyone's going to get on Twitter and just berate this fucker.
Yeah, it's up to the UFC to be like, yo, you're not judging their fights anymore.
Yeah, there's consequences, right?
You know what I mean? For sure.
Do your job.
I don't know how that works with those guys. I don't know if you get like a second chance, third chance, or how that fucking shit works.
Apparently, this guy like has botched a couple different fights in the past. There was like a breakdown. I think it was on Reddit, of just like going over all the fights he judged, and I can't remember what it was. I can see if I can pull it up, but
that's fucking brutal. Though,
he was foul on some of them, man. Because like I love Paul Felder.
It's cool because like it didn't cost RDA nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever, but like real talk. What if you lose a fight because of that?
Oh, 100%. So what did you think of both guys? Any takeaways from the fight?
Any fighter that comes in short notice, you're just at such a disadvantage.
Yep.
And it always goes of the way of the guy who had a full camp. You know what I mean? So we expected this, like, you know, Felder's game, and he's a warrior. That's dope about him. And he had this thing about his dad on there, which was cool. But yeah, you know, just coming in, he's what, 5 days or something? What was it?
He was training for a triathlon or something like that.
So it's tough, man. You know, I actually expected RDA to like take him out, but
we both said that he was going to get pieced up.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to go decision. You know,
we've talked about it a couple times, but to me, like the biggest thing, like
got that nice cut right at the end there.
Yeah,
too.
It was nasty.
It was pretty wicked, dude.
Like a twat on his forehead.
Fuck.
We've talked about it a couple times. The difference between fight speed and sparring speed. And Paul Felder, to me, looked like he hadn't been at fight speed in a while. So, like, for those who don't know, fight camps, like, they full on, like, go to war in camps at times. It's gotten less and less since CTE and concussions have become more and more prevalent, or at least our awareness of them. But in fight week, to get you in preparation for, you know, what fight speed is actually like, when a guy's going full clip at you, holding nothing back, they go for rounds like that in sparring, and it just looked to me like Paul Felder didn't get any of those rounds. He looked a step behind RDA the entire time. It kind of pissed me off. I don't know if you caught this too. Bisping kept saying like, "Oh, this is like the best Paul Felder's ever looked. He looks so fast. He looks so clean." He looks slow as shit to me, dude.
I don't even remember him saying that.
RDA's straight left kept beating him to the punch every single time. That was so fast the way he was whipping it in there.
Maybe Bisping was looking with his wonky eye.
Oh, for sure.
That's the problem. Sitting beside that fucking judge too, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember saying that, but whatever. Felder's game. Good on you for taking the fight, and I don't know if he should be fighting anymore. He's not horrible. I'm not saying that, but like, yo, you're a commentator. I know you still got like probably the fire in you or whatever you want to call it. And maybe you're not ready to give it up. Okay, cool. Don't give it up. But like, you're set already for the next phase, which is cool. You know, I'm sure his family don't want to see him taking more beats either. But I understand if he's gonna keep going.
Because he fought Dan Hooker before, right?
And that was a war.
Sick fight.
That was so fucking crazy.
For me though, that like the Hooker fight, razor edge, like could have gone to Paul Felder and no one would have been upset. This RDA fight steps in on 5 days notice. Yeah, he definitely looked a step behind, but you can attribute that to no fight camp. Like he was competitive at least. As soon as
it's like Jorge coming in, or Masvidal coming in, and you're just at such a disadvantage.
Yeah,
you know. And then always after if you lose, they're like, "Well, I want to go at him with a full fight camp." Now.
Exactly.
It's just like.
So I kind of disagree that I think he should step away. If he wasn't competitive, like you take Anderson.
Well, I'm saying he was. It's not like he was horrible, not by any means.
That's what I mean. And you look at like say Anderson Silva. We talk about this. Like he's just getting pieced up, and it's just like, dude, like you're not at that level anymore. Paul Felder, I think, is at that level, But we've also said this too, like, if you're not right there in contention, you got to realize that in order to get to the belt, he's got to win probably 5 fights in a row. And does he got 5 fights in him?
Realistically, that's not ever. He's never going to contend for a belt.
But I'm saying best case scenario, like everything goes according to plan, he's got to win 5 fights to get to the belt, and which both of us don't think he can do that. So then it's like, okay, retire while you're ahead. But it's
how old is he? Do you know?
36. But RDA's 36 too, dude. You know that? Both guys are 36. And RDA looked good, dude.
I don't know. Yeah, I think he should step away, and it's not a bad thing to leave like a little bit early rather than a little bit late.
Yeah, look at DC. Like he went out still one of the best in the world, right?
You know, you want to be able to talk after and like be able to play with the kids after, and so I'm sure he knows that too. So we'll see what happens with him, I guess, right?
There's something else I wanted.
Who else was on that card? Anyone else? I don't even remember. Probably not though, right?
No, dude, that was the only fight.
Oh, there was a sick knockout on that card. Chaos, or what the fuck was that guy's name? Anyways, I don't know.
Did you see the 3-second bare knuckle FC
knockout?
Bro?
I saw that, bro.
Hey, Schaub was talking on Chin and Schaub were saying, or Chin was saying on Schaub's pod that he thinks it's kind of like there's an unwritten rule, like some sportsmanship, like bell rings don't rush the guy, like either bump gloves or get set. Like everybody kind of does that a little bit, right? What do you think on it? Chin was like, that was cheap as fuck. Schaub was like, fuck you. No, the bell rang, it's on.
Yeah, and they didn't go to touch gloves at all. No one gave the hand out first. It was bell and it's on. So yeah, I think it was legit. Like,
yeah,
that bell goes, hands up, son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it was a little like, so there's a term in video game culture. It's called cheesing. It's basically when there's like a cheap strategy that like you can do that's like it kind of wins like half the time, but it's like, hey, come on, bro, are you seriously fucking doing this to me right now?
Yeah,
that's kind of how it felt.
Okay.
Like, yes, it's legit. It's not cheating, but it's kind of
I thought it was
cheesy.
super legit. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't mad at it.
Dude, the other guy was so not prepared at all.
I would be choked if I was Buddy. Like, but like, I don't. Did he complain?
I just saw the highlight. I didn't watch.
Yeah,
the post
so I wonder. I want to know. I should have looked into it. I want to know if that guy was bitter about it. If he's not bitter about it, then everybody needs to shut the fuck up. Then
I'd be bitter as fuck about that.
So,
but either way, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was fucking pretty funny. Obviously, fastest knockout in history. Then, right?
3 seconds, dude. Yeah. No one's beaten that.
No, that's never happened.
3 seconds.
Dude? UFC, it takes you probably 3 seconds just to walk together.
The Jorge,
and you might not even. Yeah,
the Jorge one was 7 seconds, and that was right away.
But was it 7 or was he actually hit before and it was just set? You know what I mean? Like,
7 is when I got called. I think it's like if someone counted it, it was 5 seconds.
Like 5, yeah.
But either way, that was Jorge taking a step and then running sideways. At Ben Askren.
Going sideways. Yeah, that was so G.
Yeah, it was sick. Do you even want to talk about the upcoming fight? I don't give a fuck about.
Which fight?
Figueiredo versus Alex, and then Shevchenko is going to beat the shit out of some random girl.
We can pass, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Someone's bet the house on Shevchenko. I think she's like minus 1,400 though, like ridiculous odds.
Being that big of odds, I never like when NFL's like got that huge odds. I just or like say the point spread's that huge. I don't know. I never.
What do you mean?
When it's that huge, I just never like it being that big. It's like, there's too much pressure on the person that has the odds that big on. You know,
it's Shevchenko though, bro.
I know
that girl murders people.
Yeah, no, I know. I just like, I don't know.
Dude, they literally have they pulled some girl from a ladies Zumba class, and that's who Shevchenko's fighting.
I wonder what she's getting paid for this. 300.
She's making decent money. I think the last couple times
500 maybe.
I think it's like 400 or 500 because I know Nunes is up there.
Probably 500 max. Yeah.
I think it's maybe 400.
Nunes is probably getting 500 for sure.
Dude, you know, I didn't realize that Shevchenko went to a split. I didn't realize that Shevchenko went to a split decision with Amanda Nunes.
Oh, is that right?
That's wild, bro. You know how much bigger she is than her?
Fuck, I don't even remember that, bro.
Or he is than her, sorry.
Yeah.
I want to see her purse. Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina, if I remember correctly, it was 300.
Oh, who else did I just see got announced today? Max Holloway, Calvin Kattar?
Yeah, it's a sick fight. Sick fight. Yeah, last one was guaranteed 300,000. Then A couple extra bonuses. So career earnings, she's made 1.4 mil. Fuck yeah.
Where's Figueiredo fight? Is it like
It's at the Apex. Yeah, it's Apex. Well, fuck it. Bunch of crazy shit happened in the NFL this week.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Yeah.
First, we gotta give a shout out to D-Hop. That catch, bro, wild.
Ridiculous, man.
Especially after the Stephon Diggs catch, 30 seconds before that, like, holy shit.
He's like, "This is why you pay me the money." He says after the touchdown, right? And wild that they both got traded to their teams. Both stepped up huge in the game.
Yep.
So D-Hop was a 43-yard. Everyone's calling it the Hail Murray. Cardinals 130-30. So here's the thing. I've heard from multiple ex-NFL players. So Hopkins was surrounded by Poyer, Micah Hyde, and Tre'Davious White. Now, Poyer is the late guy running in.
And he bumps other buddy.
He fucked it up.
Yeah.
So this is apparently, this specific play is gone over every Saturday in practice.
Really?
Every Saturday. Every team goes over this situational football. You're supposed to one guy's supposed to block him out. You're always taught to bat it down. They go over this, and they broke all the rules. Poyer especially. And D-Hop though, like those hands, how fucking strong are those hands to hang on to that?
How big his hands are?
I heard he wears a 6XL glove.
Dude, I saw like I think it was a defensive lineman and D-Hop's hand, and dude, his fingers literally like pinky length longer than the other guy's fingers. Crazy.
Kyler Murray finished with 245 yards. He also had 61 yards rushing. Kenyon Drake had 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
D-Hop had 7 for $127 and a touchdown.
The Cards are looking good, man. They're really pulling it together.
Yeah, they are.
But it also seems like every team in the league is at 6-3 right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna actually ask you. Let me find it here. The best 6-3 team. We got the Dolphins, Titans, Seahawks, Ravens, Browns, Raiders, Colts, Rams, Cardinals. Who do you like out of those?
I think for me it's between the Ravens and the Rams.
But for me, it's the Dolphins.
Really?
And the Ravens.
I think the Ravens
for complete teams, yeah, for me.
I think the Ravens have the highest ceiling out of any of those teams. And
then that weather, you see that weather
dude,
there?
Nasty.
Oh my god, bro.
And then I think that the Rams are the most complete 6-3 team there is.
Rams defense so sick.
And their offense is so deep, bro. Wide receiver, tight end, and they're even the running backs, man.
If Goff has time, he's a great quarterback.
Yep.
Doesn't handle pressure well.
No.
Played it perfect. We'll get to the Seattle game. Just to finish up on the Arizona game first here.
Yep.
So, D-Hop, after the game's over, he had the interview.
Speaking like Yoda.
And he's like, 2 + 2 = 4. Go down the field, throw it up. It was on 3 people. They were in position. It was just a better catch by eye. Arizona had only a 7% chance to win prior to that play. And that was the most impactful play of the season in terms of win probability.
Yeah, no shit. That's a touchdown as time expires.
And most 10+ yard runs this year, Dalvin Cook 25, Kyler Murray 23.
Yo, you know that Dalvin Cook is almost already at 1,000 yards? So is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Wild. Just a side note.
Kyler's might be the first 4,000, 1,000. He's on pace for 4,200 yards passing and just over 1,000 yards rushing. Lamar last year had 3,100 yards passing and 1,000 yard rushing. So, just to put it in context, I think Kyler can do it for sure.
I think Kyler can do it for sure too. I think talking about those two, I think Kyler has...
I think he's my favorite runner to watch in the league. Like any running back, Cook and Kamara, those two are my favorite probably. But watching Murray run is fucking crazy, man.
I agree. I think he's clearly, in my opinion, I think he's clearly established that he's better than Lamar Jackson. Like, I'd take Kyler Murray over Lamar Jackson if I was a coach right now, any day of the week, and I have my pick of the two.
I don't know. Lamar last year was just so crazy. Unanimous MVP. Like, Kyler's not at that level yet.
But we're not going off of last year.
No, I know. But I know how well Lamar can play is what I'm saying.
And I think Kyler hasn't even gotten to how good he can play yet.
I guess I'd probably take Kyler. Lamar can't even throw outside the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess I would take Kyler. But, kid's so sick, man.
Dude, did you see that after he threw the pass, he couldn't see over the
Yeah,
D and O line?
Yeah.
TV.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think that's why makes him such a great runner, too, is you can't see him.
Straight up, if you're a linebacker,
you know what I mean? Like,
and you're trying
trying
to spot where he is, you're a step behind.
Impossible. And, like, he's one of the few guys, like, you can have a spy on him and he'll outrun the spy. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't even matter if you have a spy on him. That's fucking crazy, bro. Like, ridiculous, man. So, yeah, kid's special. You know, give him a couple of years and I think he'll be super legit MVP candidate. Not this year, I don't think, but very soon, though, for sure.
I agree. You want to talk Drew Brees?
Yeah.
So, Drew Brees, you had exactly what it was, so I don't misquote it.
Yeah, so it's multiple fractures. It's 3 fractures on the right side, and I think 2 on the left, and a collapsed lung.
So he was squashed on a play versus the 49ers this week.
Yo, that hit was so money, and it wasn't a fucking penalty either. They just threw the flag because it was fucking Drew Brees. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to add that, sorry. But that was not a fucking penalty.
There was another hit I saw. I wonder if it was on, who the fuck was it on? It might have been on Teddy Bridgewater. And it was just like a super clean, he still had the ball in his hand the entire time, like a sack, straight sack. And they called it roughing the passer. And I was like, that was like open arms, no head-to-head, like it was clean. I was like, what are we doing?
I didn't see it.
Anyways, yeah, me and you were talking at work. We both think he's probably done.
Well, they say
career-wise.
They say recovery 2 to 3 weeks.
Dude, it's a rib injury, and he's there's no way.
That's what they're saying. So I don't know what to believe, to be honest. And like, it couldn't. If you want to talk silver lining, it couldn't have happened at a better time. Their next 4 games are like against. They play Falcons twice. I think the Cowboys, and another shit team. So if they can hang on for the month, it seems like Brees might be back.
It's rib injuries have always been like notoriously like tricky and tough. Like I know some players who have like been out for entire seasons because of fractured ribs, just because it doesn't heal properly. You can't, like with a rib, you can't breathe, you can't talk, you can't move without it hurting if it doesn't heal properly. So
apparently some of these ribs got broken 2 games ago. That's the most fucked up part too. Yeah. So he did play through some of it, which is crazy.
So I wonder if it's
he just said he physically wasn't able to throw the ball.
I wonder if it's
when you hear that last night,
yeah,
like, not physically able, it's not nothing to do with pain. That's when he knew it was something pretty serious.
I wonder if it's just a minor fracture then. If he played for the last 2 games with it and he felt confident in doing it, it can't be that serious.
But we're talking 5 fractures potentially here, right? Plus a collapsed lung.
The collapsed lung thing, I have no clue.
Fuck, dude. It sounds fucking fucked up. 2 to 3 weeks. That's crazy.
That's what I mean.
I'm not gonna count them out. That's for sure. And like they were just coming on to their defense was playing sick.
I wonder how you fix it.
Just got Sanders and Thomas back.
How do you fix a collapsed lung?
Ask Tyrod Taylor.
Buddy, one of those air mattress like blow up things. You just fucking just with your foot.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I have no clue. So
I'm sure once he comes back, they're gonna have it on the screen 1,000 times how he came back from it. So we'll find out. You know how they love to do that, right?
Yeah.
So that Seattle Rams game. We were talking about the Rams earlier.
Yeah, dude. Jalen Ramsey shut down DK Metcalf, like erased him from the game.
Oh, 100%. It was crazy.
Do you have the stat line with what he finished with?
Yeah, I do. Sorry, let me just find it here.
I think it was like 28 yards and two catches or something like that. Like something.
So, yeah, he held DK Metcalf, who's the NFL's second leading receiver, to 2 catches for 28 yards and not a single target for the first 3 quarters.
Yep.
Their secondary is so legit. It's not even just it's not even just Jalen Ramsey. They have Darius Williams on the other side. That's the guy he picked off Russell twice.
Yep.
He's so good. their defensive DVOA, they came in 8th, Seattle 24th. So you knew right there, like, that's where they're going to lose the game. And we all know Seattle can't create no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
If you give any quarterback that clean a pocket, it looks like they're playing practice 7-on-7 drills.
Yep.
That's literally what it plays. Guys are wide open. Wilson got sacked 6 times, 3 by Leonard Floyd. He looks really rough over these last, I want to say, 4 games.
Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
He's lost 3 or 4 after a 5-0 start, committed 10 turnovers in their 3 losses, and they couldn't get a touchdown drive against the Rams in the last 54 minutes. And I think I heard a stat here where the Rams have held 8 of their 9 opponents to just a field goal or less in the second half. Fucking crazy.
Also,
man.
another crazy stat is under Sean McVay, the Rams are 31-0 in games where they have have a lead at halftime.
Yeah,
that
crazy,
is
bro.
Wild.
Their new defensive coordinator, I can't remember where he came from, but obviously doing an unreal job. So
I think they're, like I said earlier, I think they're the best 6-3 team in the league. I know at the beginning of the season we talked about teams that were going to make the playoffs that missed it last year, and my Rams were my pick. I thought they were going to win the division this year, and I think they're just so incredibly solid top to bottom. Like their second, third, fourth guy up at almost every position is a solid playmaker.
Oh, they use all 3 of their backs.
Mm-hmm.
All the receivers are great.
Yep.
But Goff runs into trouble when there's pressure. I think they play the Bucks, and I'm gonna say he does really bad.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm trying to think though, who, like, playoff picture wise, who matches up really good against him.
Who matched up good against who?
With the Rams, like before the Super Bowl. What teams have a gnarly pass rush in the NFC?
Let's see here. Well, Tampa Bay, obviously, New Orleans Saints just coming on with Davenport. Let's see who else here.
Let me pull up the entire NFC.
Philadelphia leads up close to the lead in sacks. I know.
Bro, there's no
Green Bay's kind of underperforming. Chicago's got a great defense. They can come at you.
But I think, like, in terms of playoff matchups, I don't think the Bears make the playoffs. I think the only team that matches up well with the Rams in the NFC is the Bucks and Saints. So, like, if they can, and those two I think are going at it in the first or second round anyways. So I think the Rams literally, like, if they continue on this run and no one gets hurt, I think they have, like, a really good shot at making the Super Bowl, man.
I don't think so. I'm not sold on making the Super Bowl.
I still think the Bucks win it, get to the Super Bowl, but I think they could have a real shot at it.
So
watch them lose 5 straight.
I don't even know who they're playing after the Bucks. You might want to check that.
I'm doing it right now.
They could very well lose 5. No.
They're playing the 49ers after the Bucks. It's 49ers, Cardinals, Patriots, Jets, Seahawks, Cardinals. So they got their tough games. The Bucks is probably a loss. 49ers, they'll win. Cards are a real team. The Patriots are a real team. Jets, they'll win. Seahawks are a real team. Cardinals are a real team. So we'll see.
Russell Wilson before week 6, 19 touchdowns, 4 turnovers, 73% completion percentage. After week 6, 9 touchdowns, 10 turnovers, 67% completion. So he's definitely struggling. And, like, they have all their running backs are hurt, and that's a huge part of the game. So he's obviously trying to do too much.
Dude,
can't play hero ball. That first interception he threw, he had the whole field in front of him open. Could have just ran, and I believe it was Olsen he tried to force it to, or no, Disley I think it was. But yeah, I haven't seen that bad decision making out of Russ, and it's just like repeatedly now.
But that's what happens when you don't have a running game, when the entirety of the offense is on your shoulders to make a play and make throws. Like, it's not sustainable, especially against teams with good secondaries who can create pressure. Like in the Rams game, I think they completely exposed Seattle, right? Like, if you can lock down or even just give your front four even just time to somewhat collapse the pocket, like, you can be successful. After, like, DK Metcalf, like, they don't really got...
Well, Lockett's really good.
Yeah, but after like for me, like Lockett's like he's one of those guys who benefits from having a number one like DK, because DK gets the double and then Lockett can work 1-on-1, which he's good at for sure. But
I don't like. I've seen a lot of times DK was lined up 1-on-1 with Ramsey.
mm-hmm.
Now, I think I want to just throw it up to DK just to see if, give him a chance. Like, he's probably got 30 pounds on Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
And Russ, like 0 targets in the first 3 quarters was kind of fucked up to me. It wasn't like
Russ wasn't even looking his game, looking his way. Sorry.
So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Do you think
they got a short week? They're playing the Cardinals Thursday, so they better get their shit together. Cardinals are going to beat them.
Do you think that's just shows Russ's respect for Ramsey?
Yeah, well, we've seen it with Richard Sherman. No one threw to the half of the field for fucking years. Mm-hmm. They do it to Ramsey too.
Mm-hmm.
They just won't. That's a good corner eliminates half the field.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. We've seen it before. So, but again, I'm thinking I want to give maybe Metcalf a couple tries,
couple toss-ups, right? Jump balls,
maybe
right?
Get a PI call.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? Fuck, you're throwing interceptions anyways. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, give your best guy a chance. I think, like, and that's just me though, right? Quickly, the Cleveland Browns game.
I didn't watch this game. So
Yeah,
all you.
Super gay 10-7, but here's the thing: the bettors got rolled here.
Oh, dude, Nick Chubb stepping out at the 3.
Crazy. So, 59-yard run. Not a defender near him steps out of bounds because Houston had no timeouts. The game's going to be over. They were 3.5-point favorites, and they won by 3. Now, obviously, a lot of people pissed, but a lot of people obviously happy too, because if you bet the other way, you're like, dope. This guy just fucking made me cash, so.
That's a team play. Let's shout out to Nick
Chubb. He said
too,
he was like, it was tempting to score on the final play. He's like, I might have if I didn't score earlier. But he's like, I do feel bad for the gamblers and fantasy players, but we got the W. That's what matters most.
Mm-hmm.
And his coach came and said, I wouldn't have been mad if he scored, but we gave him the code word, no moss, before the 3rd down play. If you tell Nick to do something, he does it. So good on him.
Yep. It's a team play, man.
Yeah, it's what you want to see. I could see that was his first game back to you in a month. I could see him being geeked up and just wanting to be in the end zone. So.
And he had over 100 yards a game too. He tore them up.
Him and Hunt. It was crazy. That's their plan though. You give it to both those and take it out of Baker's hands.
Yep.
You let Baker pass like 20 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins' plan.
Baker can hit wide open play action throws all day long, but
well, he has it all day because his running backs are so
exactly.
Good.
That's what I mean. That's all you can trust Baker to do, and if you just do that, they'll win games. Now, I don't think it'll work in the playoffs against some of the better teams, but it'll get you to the playoffs.
Yeah. Did you hear the shit about Antonio Brown, dude?
No. Okay.
So there was another incident.
He played decent in the game.
He did. All the receivers had 50 yards. Crazy. Mm-hmm. It's just unfair.
Yep.
And it was all like 6'5", 6, like everyone 8.
Yep. Sorry, what was the incident though?
So, I guess he's in his gated community in Florida. He gets called down by the security guard because there's a guest at the front for him.
Yep.
And he, I guess, wants Antonio Brown to come down and vouch for the guy, or saying this is a guest or whatever, right? So he gets down there, destroys the security camera, and throws his bike at the security gate, at the arm, I guess that comes up and down. Right?
Antonio or the other guy?
Antonio does. And he's like, because he got asked to come down. He's like, that's how mad he was to be asked me to come down. Like, so
who was
in the midst
guy?
of his temper tantrum, he's like, why are you wasting my fucking time? You needed to let my guests through the fucking gate. Like, being real classy, Antonio Brown, like we all know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Already under probation, obviously, for prior arrest. So the president of like the homeowners association was so scared that she didn't even press charges because she's thinking he's going to retaliate.
Yeah.
So apparently he's offered to pay for the camera and whatever.
Everyone in that gated community is locked in with him, not the other way around, bro.
Everyone's like checking out their blinds before they
for
leave.
sure.
Like,
just scared. He's walking through the streets.
Why did we let this guy in the neighborhood? It's like, probably because he bought a $7 million house.
Yep.
So But like, are we really surprised too? Though, like, he's gonna fuck this up.
Yeah, but I mean, the Bucks are like, if you play good on the field, then fuck, do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Because he was making plays, and you know what? The one thing is, I expected him to make plays, but then I expected him to do typical Antonio Brown showboating wiener stuff, and he didn't.
He's gonna be kicked off the team before the end of the year.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. He just can't get his shit together, man. He can't keep his shit together. Even like when all eyes are on you, and this is what you pull here. So I don't know.
I think he makes it, man.
I don't. 30 for 30 coming up, son.
I'm not gonna bet you on it, but I'm gonna say he makes it. Any other games you want to talk about?
2-1 again.
Yep. Dolphins are legit, man. They're looking real good.
I think that's 5 in a row or something now.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, I'm good on the games.
Do you want to talk NBA? Because trade officially opened, and already some big moves.
The Bucks cleaned up already.
Dude, they made some.
They ain't fucking around. So they picked up Drew Holiday, who, in my opinion, they overpaid, but whatever. They gotta do what they gotta do. So they got Drew Holiday for Eric Bledsoe, George Hill, 3 first-round picks, and 2 future pick swaps. So that's a hell of a lot to give up for Drew Holiday. I love Drew Holiday, but
not that much.
You know,
that's like
but that's what the market was for him.
Yep.
So good on Drew for being that good, but I actually my money was on him landing in Denver.
You think so?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I thought out of all the teams, it was Brooklyn being mentioned. It was Denver. Milwaukee kind of snuck in there right at the end. But yeah, I thought I had a hunch it would be Denver, but
well, Milwaukee. For those, I guess, who aren't informed, Giannis could leave next year.
Yeah,
they're trying to get him to sign a max extension. They've offered it to him.
Yeah.
And this is basically their pitch, saying we're serious about this. We're going all in on you in this next year or two.
And they picked up Bogdanovich, who's unreal shooter.
So what do you think? I think the combination of Giannis, Middleton, Holiday, and Bogdanovich, like, that's a nasty 4, dude.
Fuck yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
bro.
that's a championship 4. Like,
oh, 100%, man. So Milwaukee gave up 5 guys who combined for 306 3-pointers last season.
Mm-hmm.
Bogdanovich had more than half of those just on his own. So boy can shoot.
Yep, real.
Holiday's defense, I know Bledsoe's a good defensive player, but Holiday's defense is top notch. His offense is way better than Bledsoe's. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. They're gonna be fun to watch. Real talk. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Holiday, he's like 31, and he can also opt out after this year too. Which, let's be real, he's gonna opt out because I don't see anyone wanting to play in Milwaukee.
No,
I don't care who you are. Like, the only way Milwaukee gets these guys is if you trade for them.
Yeah,
because they're never gonna land a free agent.
But realistically, the East is wide open for them. They can make a straight shot, no problem. I think they make the championship for sure. I don't know if they beat LA especially with LA gonna pick up Schrodinger. But it's competitive. It'll be interesting to see who stays in LA.
Even the Heat were after Drew Holiday too. Sorry.
Yeah. Because I think out of the East, they beat the Celtics. They beat. Oh, I guess Brooklyn though now too, because Brooklyn's making moves. Harden might go to Brooklyn. Is the other thing.
Yeah.
Apparently he declined his 2-year, $105 million option.
103. Yeah.
So he was
over $50 million a year. First guy to turn it down.
He was the first guy to be able to make it, and he turned it down, which is like
crazy.
Apparently, I think it was Kendrick Perkins reported that he's no longer taking calls from the Rockets, and that he's informed them that his only goal is to play for Brooklyn. So that looks like it's going to happen.
I read a report just before you came over that the Rockets are in no rush to trade either of them. They're going to take their time, and if it's miserable for the players, they don't care.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. They're under contract. I'm not really mad at Harden, to be honest. He's been there 8 years. He's been there. He's been in the playoffs every single year. No other team in the NBA has.
Yep.
The thing is, what kind of fucking pisses me off is He made them trade for Westbrook, gave up all those fucking picks, and then he's like, you know what? I'm bouncing. So that's the only thing I kind of like. NBA is such a player-driven league, and this just shows you, another instance of it. But
if you're Dale Morey, though, how are you going to trade for Westbrook, man? Like, when that deal happened, everyone was like, dude, what are you doing?
It's just desperation, though.
Exactly.
You got to keep your superstar happy.
But not with Westbrook, bro.
But that's who James wants. That's who you're gonna have to get. That's who you want, right? It's either they were clearly not sold on Chris Paul, and that was a bad backfire because he had a hell of a year last year. Mm-hmm. They lost on that trade, obviously, and they're gonna probably lose again if Harden gets his way and gets out of there too.
What do you
Westbrook.
Because there's been talk of. Do you see that there was talk between the Wizards and the Rockets of a straight up just swap between Bradley Beal and Westbrook?
No, it was John Wall for Westbrook.
John Wall, that's what it was.
So, but
who do you think wins that trade if that happens?
Rockets are holding out because I think they want more. They want like draft picks. So, and like, I haven't seen John Wall what he looks like in a long time since he's been injured. So, that's a huge gamble too.
Yep.
I like John Wall though.
So do I.
He's a good player. He's not going to be John Wall like we remembered, but. I think it could be all right. James Harden to Brooklyn, I don't see it working.
Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. Because right now there's KD, Kyrie, James Harden, and DeAndre Jordan would be on that team. Those are your big four. How the fuck would that locker room even function?
Well,
with little white boy Steve Nash trying to hold it all together?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, here's the thing. You got 3 max guys, so who the fuck are you going to get to play with you? That's one huge obstacle that no one's talking about. Kyrie's going to be super pissed if James comes. I already know it because you have 3 of the highest usage rate guys that the NBA's ever known. All 3 of them need the ball in their hand. I don't know. I don't see it working out good. Now, I could be wrong, but...
The one way
I thought Lakers with getting James and Anthony Davis, when they got all those guys last year, I was like, fuck, this is nobody. Mm-hmm. And the Nets are going to have to do even less than that.
Yeah, but I think the Nets have more pieces than LA did last year. Because you literally can run James Harden like a Lou Williams on absolute crack. And you can just basically have 2 offenses. Run first offense through KD, second offense through Harden, and just swap back and forth.
But none of them play defense.
KD plays defense. Kyrie
coming off Achilles, he ain't going to be doing much. I don't really expect. I expect KD to be doing ISO follow-away jumpers, and his offense game would be good, but I don't expect much out of KD that way. Kyrie's never played defense.
I was gonna say Kyrie and Harden are useless on defense, but
Harden led the league in
KD's always
last year, so I'll give him a little bit of credit. But
he doesn't actually try. He just every once in a while swats the ball. But KD's gonna play defense. He's always played defense. I think no matter, even with his injury, he's at least gonna give effort there.
Yeah, they'll be fun to watch. I'll definitely watch him, but. In terms of really making any damage in the playoffs, no, I'm not really sold on.
You wouldn't take the Nets with Harden over the Bucks?
No, I would take the Bucks in that series.
You think so?
Oh yeah, their depth wins it for them.
See, but I feel like they traded away most of their depth. Hill's gone, Bledsoe's gone.
Bledsoe was never a playoff guy. He always failed anyways. He was one of the reasons why that they never got through.
Yeah, he was never a true number 2.
Hill. Whatever, he's old. He's a good player, but he's like a backup now.
Dude, he shot lights out, man. He was shooting
that
38.
DiVincenzo that they lost for the Bogdanovich, he's really good bench player. But I don't know. I would take the Bucks. Continuity, chemistry. I would take the Bucks over the Nets for sure.
I think.
I'd probably take the Celtics over the Nets.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's such a star-driven league that I think KD, Kyrie, and Harden on a team is just so much offensive firepower that if you can draft decent guys who know how to play defense, that's all they have to know how to do for veterans minimum. You have a team. We thought the same thing about the Lakers last year, right? We're who the fuck are these guys? They're getting together this absolute gong show of players. They don't have an actual team. It's LeBron James and AD, and look what happened. They won the chip, right?
Yeah, but they had more money. That's what I'm saying. They had more money than the Brooklyn does. And they real talk KCP stock went way up after the finals. Rondo's stock went way up after the finals.
Danny Green was non-existent.
Well, Danny Green's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
So
if they pick up Schrodinger, which I think is like, has it been?
Dennis Schroeder, yeah.
Has it been confirmed that it's happening?
Yeah, it's pretty much happening.
That team is so
trade.
nasty, dude. So nasty.
I don't know how. I don't know how they were actually able to pull that deal off. To be honest, man.
Did it say who?
OKC got
who they're
holes in the
trading
deal.
for?
Yeah, it's
Danny
their
Green.
28th pick and Danny Green.
That's it.
That's it. So it's just like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah,
that's Schroeder's dope. His defense is pretty legit. I think he scored like 17 a game last year.
That's wild.
And I have a fucked up stat here. OKC with their fucking picks, bro.
Mm-hmm. But between OKC and New Orleans, ridiculous amount of picks in the next 5 years.
What is it? OKC has 16 first round picks over the next 6 years.
That's
it's fucking
so
crazy,
wild,
bro. So they're obviously stripping it right down and building that bitch back up. So we'll see what happens. Another guy too, Ibaka. A lot of teams looking to get him. Celtics, Lakers, Mavericks, Clippers. All of them are interested in him. So I hope he comes back to the Raps, but we'll see. Van Fleet. I don't know. I think if it's around 22 million, Raptors keep him. If it's more than that, I think he walks because you got to pay Siakam. You got OG Anunoby. And you got that 2021 draft class that you got to kind of keep open for because you might land somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So if it doesn't work in Milwaukee and Drew Holiday opts out, is Giannis going to stay? If Giannis opts out, does he come with Masai?
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. It all depends how much. I love Fred VanVleet, but if he's too rich for you, he's too rich for you.
He's too expensive. The last trade, a big one that we didn't really talk about, was Chris Paul to the Suns.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's awesome. He's
traded Ricky Rubio, Kelly Oubre, first round and something else, right?
Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome, Jalen LeCue, and a 2022 first round pick.
Okay.
So Paul was great last year. We talked about it. He's healthy, started 70 games. He was actually the most clutch player in the NBA last year. And also Phoenix coming off 8-0 in the bubble.
I was going to say,
they're all young
hot,
guys.
Dude.
I think he's a great mentor.
I think this is exactly what the Phoenix Suns needed.
I think Booker's game's just going to be that much better.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's owed a lot of money too. 40+ million over the next few years. But Phoenix usually that don't splurge. They actually went out there and I think it was great for them. Now it's going to be him, Booker, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and DeAndre Ayton. They'll be fun to watch.
The Suns are going to be nasty, man.
Chris Paul, what was he? Okay, he was 42% on catch and shoot threes, and Booker was 39%. So, yeah, it's going to be fun backcourt to watch.
Because Devin Booker can now play like fully off the ball, which is
he's
going to free him up so much, bro.
He's going to be only 26 years old once Paul's contract's over. Like, I still can't believe he's that young.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then we got the draft coming up, too, I guess, tomorrow, right? So, shit-ass draft, but whatever.
Yeah.
Just a lot of NBA shit, though, this week, for sure.
Tons. Was there any other... I actually had a couple of things, I think. Anything else you got that you want to talk about?
Yeah, the COVID shit for the NBA guys. The fans.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
So, there's going to be only some eligible markets to host fans, right? Whatever state allows it.
Yeah.
So, fans within 30 feet of the court have to register a negative corona test for 2 days prior or get a rapid test the day of the game. Fans above 2 got to wear masks, physical distancing, no food and beverage allowed for spectators within 30 feet of the court. And then the Golden State Warriors came forward and they're like, we have a plan of our own that they want to do. They're spending $30 million. They want to open Chase Center next season and have 50% capacity.
What's their plan?
They want to pay $30 million to ensure Warriors fans, players, employees undergo rapid PCR testing for coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Individuals, again, have to wear masks, social distancing.
Of course.
So he's saying that can't sustain the league without fans.
Of course.
We did it 1 year already. PCR testing, I guess, is 99% accurate. And they claim that they have a top tier air filtration center. So he's going to propose it to the governor and hopefully gain approval. And he's just saying, just let us prove that we can do it. Don't just say no.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're willing to spend the money, if they're going to allow you to be in an airplane with people, why can't you be at a basketball game socially distanced and masks on? They're doing it in football right now.
Yeah.
So, and now I know football's outdoor mostly, so that's a huge difference, obviously. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Even the Raps are fucked too with their shit, right? Did we talk about this with the Raps home games?
How they might have to play them somewhere else apart from Toronto.
Yeah, so Louisville or what was the other city? But yeah, so it's all fucked up, bro.
I hope it doesn't resort to that for the Raps.
I think it's gonna because they're super strict out here about that shit. So, yeah, that's right. We talked about because remember the Blue Jays.
We talked about it a little bit, yeah.
Toronto FC, so they're fucked.
No,
they're gonna have to probably play somewhere else. I know they're trying to talk to the whoever's in charge, but they ain't budging. We know how this works.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for me. What do you got? You got anything?
That's all I got for sports too.
Let's wrap this shit up.
All right, guys. Highly unlike you pod on everything. Give us a follow, like, subscribe. We appreciate it. You guys will be hearing this episode Wednesday. Like I said, we do release another episode on Friday. We fuck around a little bit more, but we'll see you guys then.
Peace.